Check out the squirrels, y'all. We ain't even gotta be in the woods to find some wildlife, huh? There's one right there. There's one right there. There's one way over there. You can barely see him. Oh, there's another one running across the road. Here he comes. See him right there? I absolutely love wildlife, especially watching squirrels. They're so fun to watch. He's eating, munching down. Oh, where you going, buddy? He rolled out. There he goes. Oh, he's rolling out too. Huh. He must not like it no more here. What's crack-a-lacking on my schizos out there? How y'all doing today? Well, it isn't very sunshiny down here in Florida today. Let me see if I can put that in my window for a minute so you guys can see the bay. See that over there? Not smooth like it was the other day, huh? How about... Well, y'all know that I had to rent a car. Well, I still got to rent a car. And, well, I went there yesterday because, for one, hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. But, for one, I went there yesterday because the windshield wipers, it was raining yesterday morning, and they must not check our windshield wipers. In the dog time, I turn the windshield wipers on when I get on the highway. It's raining, so I turn the windshield wipers on, and guess what? All they do is smear, so you can barely see. And then a brake light goes out, and it's up on this thing right here, and it keeps on blinking. Just the brake light's out. So I go there yesterday. And I tell this guy, you know, what all was going on. I tell him that, you know, the brake light's out, which is dangerous for being down here because if people can't see my brake light, they don't know I'm stopping. I'm going to end up getting rear-ended. And what am I supposed to do? Like, it's raining now. Like, look at the windshield. Like, all the windshield wipers are doing is smearing, y'all. Like, what do they expect you to do? Like, if I get in a wreck, are they going to take responsibility for it? Probably not. Because if I hit something, they're going to say it was my fault. You know what I mean? Because I can't see. You know? So, that's why I'm driving kind of slow today. And, if somebody rear ends me, I'm going to tell them, yo. You know what I mean? If he was like, well, I didn't even, you know, it didn't even show me you was, stopping. And I'm going to say, well, listen, it's not your fault because, I told Enterprise yesterday that I had the brake light out. You know what I mean? And how's anybody going to know I'm stopping if the brake light don't work? Oh, boy, I tell you. I know, I'm having a time, y'all. I just can't wait until all this is done and over with. Like, for one, it took forever because of the first guy with the claim and the insurance stuff. The first guy just kept on messing around. You know, and then the second guy, he was on it, like I said, the other day. He was on it, he got it done. Boom, you know what I mean? Got everything taken care of within a few minutes. Took the car over, dropped it off. Got picked up by Enterprise, you know, got the car. And oh yeah, another thing that I didn't know, that Enterprise, well, my insurance claims guy messaged me yesterday. And see, they gave me, whenever I talked to the guy on the phone the first time, I told him, I was like, hey, make sure it's something that, you know, My stepson is 6'2", and I mean he's the same height as me. I'm 6'1.5", and I'm 300 pounds. I mean, I'm not small. I mean, my stepson, he's tall. So I like to make sure he has enough room in the back whenever we go somewhere. You know what I mean? That way he's not cramped up. And so I go there and they give me this Elantra, and then I find out my insurance guy, I find out from him that he upgraded it, and they was supposed to give me medium to full size vehicle. Well, they gave me a small. So I don't know if I ought to call my insurance. I mean, the Elantra works, we can fit in it. I mean, barely, but we fit in it. But the thing is if my insurance is paying for, the bigger vehicle, I don't know if I should tell my insurance, hey, you know what I mean? You guys are paying for a bigger vehicle, and they didn't give me, they gave me the small one, so make sure you guys get charged for the small one. I mean, everything's just ridiculous nowadays. And people don't care. So if it was me and somebody came in there, I mean, it's not their company. I mean, but you work for them. And if it was somebody that I work for and they come in there and was like, so you came in there and was like, hey, Steve, that Elantra that I rented yesterday, whenever it starts to rain and I turn the windshield wipers on, all they do is smear and I can't see. And then the thing a code come up and it's on the dash, because it's all digital and it shows it, that a brake light is out here. I'll let you see. Hopefully you guys can see it. But yeah, it tells you that the brake light's out. I would have had them either in something else before they walked out that door, or I would have had, the brake light and the windshield wiper switched out. Either way, they would have been good before they walked out of the door where I was at. But you know what he told me? Well, I'll give you a call whenever we can get everything done. And he was supposed to call me yesterday, and I went there yesterday at 9 o'clock in the morning. So he had all day long. I don't know what time they close. I'm sure they probably, at the earliest, they probably don't close till 6. At the earliest. And like I said, I went there at 9 a.m. So he had more than enough time, and even if they had to run to Advance, there's an Advance not even a mile down the road. If they had to run there and get the windshield wipers and the light, like I said, there's an Advance right down the road. And they couldn't bring this car in there. It takes 30 seconds to change a windshield wiper blade. And, probably a couple minutes to change the lights on there. Because I think all you got to do is, take them couple things off to pull the carpet out, the trunk, just pull it out, and then, it's the lights that you just turn and pop it out. Put the new lights in, put it back in, turn it, pop it back in, put the carpet back up, screw your things back on, you're done. What's that take, 5 minutes? I mean, and I'm not even a mechanic, and come on, I could do that. I remember the first time I changed the headlights in our Elantra. And that was crazy. Well, I can't remember if it was our Elantra or her Subaru that every time we changed the headlight, we had to change the other one. See, at first, like I said, I'm not a mechanic. You know what I mean? My brother and my uncle always did my work. Now I can work on older cars from, my brother and my uncle showed me how to do it. I can work on them cars. And I know what's wrong with them whenever something goes wrong. These new cars, I always took it to them and I never messed with them, But, like, I've always either paid, and, like, the only thing I've done with them really is change brakes and change light bulbs, And like I said, getting back to where, see, I get off track, you know what I mean? I got ADD real bad, y'all. But anyway, I was changing a light. I think it was the Subaru. I changed the passenger light because it went out. And the next night, the driver light went out. I'm like, what the heck? Well, whenever I went to Advance, the lady's name's Denise, and she said, hey, Steve, because we know him, personally, from where I'm from up in Pennsylvania, it's not a big town. Like, everybody knows basically everybody. And, and my uncle has an account up there, so they know all of us from my uncle sending us up there. And, she's like, Steve, but whenever you bought them, did you change both lights? I said, no. She's like, well, basically, that's why it comes in a 2-pack. But I'm like, why would it do that? So, I put the other one in hoping that this one's going to stay because, it's brand new. I just put it in the day before, why wouldn't it? Nope, it didn't. It burned out that night, so I had to go to Advance and buy 2 more lights. Well, I didn't buy them, she bought them, but still, who wants to buy lights like that? So, by the time that worked, but yeah, I mean, to make a long story short, I'm not a mechanic, but it don't take that long to change lights in a windshield wiper. I mean, come on. I could probably have a 5-year-old kid change my windshield wiper in 5 seconds, 30 seconds, something, Hey, look at this traffic. Yeah, look, still 8:30 and I'm still on the bay. I'm not even into the middle of it yet. I think that's because it's raining. Usually whenever it rains, it's like whenever it rains, like nobody knows how to drive, the roads get a little bit slippery, I mean, everything gets a little bit slippery when it's, whenever it rains. So, nobody can drive. That's the same way with up in Pennsylvania. If it snows just a little bit or rains, nobody can drive. I used to hate, like, when we would have to go into town or Pittsburgh or something and it would rain or snow, because I already knew traffic was going to be so messed up, And I don't understand it, because rain, it ain't no big deal unless you're on the highway and it's spraying that roof. Listen, I hate. I mean, it never bothered me when I was in a big truck, but it's probably why. But, when you're in a big truck and you weigh 80,000 pounds, you ain't slipping or you ain't hydroplaning and you fly down the highway, you know what I mean? And I absolutely hate driving on a highway in the rain, you know what I mean? Because it's hard to see, especially at night. That's the worst. But you know what? That reminded me of a story. Back in the day, I think I took a little bit of time off of driving truck, right after my son Nicholas was born. And I was working at Sony as a mold tech. Well, I had a bike. I mean, we had a car too, but we had a bike. I had a bike. So, let me turn the frosters on. But anyway, it was beautiful out. So, and I worked afternoons. I got off at 11 at night. So I worked like 3 to 11. So it was beautiful out. So I took the bike to work. And I worked to get to work where it was at. you know, it was a pretty good distance away, but I had to go down I-70 in Pennsylvania, you know. Well, of course, it's Interstate I-70. Well, so I go to work, and when I get there, like, starting to see these dark clouds, I'm like, oh my goodness, if it rains, I hope it don't rain a lot, and I hope it stops before, you know, I have to leave to go home. Well, let me tell you, it didn't stop. Listen, it was like on a bike, you know, in normal day, regular traffic on the bike, you know what I mean? You're going pretty fast on a bike, you know, I ain't gonna lie. It took about a half hour to 45 minutes, you know, to get to the Sony plant. But let me tell you, it took me like an hour and 25 minutes to get home, because of course I'm driving down the road, it's pouring down rain, you know, I got cars and rigs and stuff passing me because I'm on the bike. Oh my goodness, like, I think that's the wettest that I've ever been. I probably could have wrung my body out, I was so wet, you know. It was crazy. So, but I hope everybody's doing really good today. I hope you guys have a good day. Hopefully this rain clears out. I hate the rain. I mean, when it rains, you get such a dreary day, and, you know, I mean, I used to like going out in the quads and playing in the rain and getting a little bit muddy, and, you know, that's when you have to spray yourself off outside with the hose before you go in, because, you know, either your mom or your wifey would murder you if you go in the house with muddy clothes on, you know, from riding a quad or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, like, rain, it's all depressing, and, you know, like I said, there ain't much to do when it's raining. Like, I like to sit outside, and, you know, like, I sit outside most of my time. You know what I mean? I got a chair out there, and, you know, I'll tell her, I say, I'm going outside and sit, and I go out there and, you know, use my vape or whatever, and just, you know, I got a squirrel. Well, there's like 6 squirrels in our tree, you know, and the neighbors probably got like 3 or 4 in theirs, and, you know, I think it was just like mating season or something, because, you know, they disappeared for a little while. So I said, I don't know if, like, we're going to have little squirrels here shortly in the spring, or what. But anyway, sorry about that, y'all. I had a text message, and recording this on my phone. But anyway, I like to sit outside and watch the squirrels, and, you know, one has a little messed up tail at the end. It kind of feathers out instead of going like around it at the end. Well, I named him Rocky, you know, from Rocky and Bullwinkle. So I named him Rocky. He's pretty cool, you know. He'll like stand there and yell at me. I used to have a couple videos of him doing it, you know. I'm asking him what's going on and stuff, and I gotta make sure my seatbelt's straight. Listen, I'll tell you this story after. But, you know, I mean, Rocky's pretty cool, you know, and he'll sit up on top of my thing. He'll throw down, oh my. But anyway, he throws down nuts and stuff at me, and sometimes he hits me. He hit me in the head a couple times. I'm like, hey! But, you know, and he'll get up on top of my roof to where he's only like 5-6 feet away from me, you know what I mean? But if I get up, he'd probably run away. But, you know what I mean? I like doing stuff like that, you know? So, I was going to tell you guys a story, but now I forget even what I was going to tell it about. So, but I hope y'all have a good day. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and let you guys go ahead and go. Let me see. I might be making another video today. I'm not sure yet. It depends on how long it takes me to edit this one and all that other happy stuff, you know. And I just want to give a shout out to all my schizzos out there, you know. But like I was saying, give a shout out to them, and you know, I appreciate you guys watching. So and share my videos. So please keep sharing the videos. Smash that like button for me. Leave comments down below. I like talking to you guys, interacting with you guys. But if there's anything you would like me to talk about or rant about, do some research on and talk about, I will do that. If there's something down here close to me in Florida that you would like me to check out, as long as it ain't miles and miles away, I will do that for you. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button, y'all. It's a good family to be in. I interact with all of my fam, you know, because I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. I really do. But like I said, hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications. But yeah, hit that bell and turn your notifications on. Every time I upload a video, it is going to light up, vibrate, sing you a song, ring-a-ling ding dong. It's going to do whatever your stuff's supposed to do every time you get a notification. Sounds pretty easy, don't it? Well, that's because it is. So turn them on. That way you know every time whenever I upload a video. Hey, this is Schizo Steve, y'all. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. I will see you soon. But for now, I am out. Later.